Peace, everybody. It's your girl, Siquoyia Blue. Back in here, another episode. I know it's been a minute since I posted. I try to post weekly, but I had to take some time off for some family stuff. So, yeah, for some stuff I had to take care of. So I am back, ready to play. So I want to talk about policies and procedures. I was thinking about this the other day, how it's imperative for a company to have policies and procedures. Because if you don't have the right structure within your business, then you're going to fail. And man, I'm telling you, I've been working since I was 14 years old, been in tech for over 10 years. And when I tell you that some companies don't have that together, they don't have policies, procedures together. You got some weak links on the team that's not really wanting to do the work or trying to do the work. And with those, and that makes it worse. But when you don't have policies and procedures in place to boot, man, it makes it a hard job. And when somebody new coming in and they don't even get any training or anything, it's like, well, what the heck? Why isn't there no training? It's supposed to be, what you would call a big boy job, a job that pays the bills, if you will, plus some. And you get in and you're like, dang, this stuff ain't together. This is not what I thought it would be. As a kid, I used to be like, oh, I want to look cool and be in corporate. I want to dress and want to wear the suit and look like I'm important or something. That's what I thought. And I get into the field and I'm like, what the heck is going on, man? Like, you realize that everybody's just trying to figure it out. No one that really knows what they're doing. You got a few SMEs that are really good at their job, and I can give them that. And you got people that's curious that just try to figure it out. But a lot of the people there, man, you be like, how is things going the way they're going? I ain't gonna name no companies or nothing like that, but how are things moving the way they're moving? You ask those things, you're like, what? How? Sway? Remember, I don't know if anybody remember that interview with Kanye West and Sway in the Morning 2 decades ago when, Kanye West was like, Sway was like, well, how you going to get your clothing line out the ground, all this stuff like that? Why don't you go and talk to the people and have them invest in your business? And Kanye was like, how, Sway? That's what I got that from. But anyway, back to the topic. I'm like, how in the world is things running and moving? And I realized that no one should have imposter syndrome because everybody's trying to figure it out. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to do the work and learn and stay curious, then things can be done. But if there's no policies and procedures, I don't care how good you look up stuff. I don't care how good you can Google. I don't care how good you can study and regurgitate. It doesn't always work. I think startup-like companies are cool. There's some that work together as a team and you figure it out together, but you got some companies that are in competition. I mean, some coworkers that are in competition with you. So it's like, okay, there's no process and procedures, but yet everybody want to be the smart one. Everybody want to act like they're the smartest cat on the block. And then guess what? We ain't getting nothing done because we can't work together as a team, and share knowledge and try to figure things out together. And I find that cumbersome. Like, that's not how you grow. And you're like, dang, everything I thought, when I was growing up about corporate America, it's not true. And if I had known, I would have never been scared in my early 20s to jump into the high-tech environments or just any corporate environment where you're on a higher level. It's like, dang. Do I think it could be uncomfortable at times when you're trying to do the right thing and the team isn't? I think it is. And that's when you got to make a decision. Either be stoic, practice stoicism, ignore it, or you move on. That's the game. And I know right now everybody will be like, oh, it's a tech, bloodbath. Everybody getting fired and laid off and all this other stuff. Hey, I could say it's all down to process and procedures. It's all about, like you got companies that have process and procedures, but then they don't follow process and procedures. Then you got companies that don't have it at all. I mean, it's a bunch of stuff going on. Then you got people in high power that don't know what the hell's going on. They just had the confidence to get in the door. Remember, confidence begets talent. If you stay confident, you can get in anywhere. That's just the bottom line. Now, what I've experienced recently is process and procedures is gone. It's not there. It's a bunch of foobar. And if you don't know what foobar is, look it up. And I'm just like, what the Sam Hill is going on around here? And it just made me realize, at the time when I was reading Michelle Obama's first book when I was working at this one tech company. That tech company was foobar within itself as well. They got sued multiple times because of their foobarness. Not gonna name the company once again, but Michelle Obama's first book, she says she was in the White House and she's like, okay, all these people got to be smart. They're all at the top of the game and they got to know what to do and blah, blah. She gets in and she's like, these people are not smart at all. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. And it hit me. And this was probably I think about 5 years ago. I was like, they don't know. I mean, they really don't know. And they want to, and sometimes they'll belittle certain people that they're intimidated by. Because I remember one job I was at, he belittled me and tried to make it seem like I didn't know what the heck was going on. Come to find out, towards the end of my contract, he wrote me privately via Slack, and was like, oh, I didn't tell you everything just because I didn't want you to be better than me. I was like, what? And he didn't even have to tell me that because I already knew it. I'm intuitive as well, not just technical. So that was the first situation. And I just couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, everything that I thought. And that's the thing. Don't believe what everybody say about everything, rather it's any industry. Because even when I was in the music industry fully and not doing tech before I got into tech, people lied about that too. And if they didn't lie, they didn't know. They just said stuff outside their neck. And read nothing, don't know nothing. Everything's a game. And so always read, research yourself, and double check and reread. Because it's people just say things outside their neck. They don't know, or they try to fit. They want you to think that they know. There's so many things, so many variations. But always research. Google is free. Now you got ChatGPT. You can look it up. If you don't like AI, then you got Google. So there's always options. But I just wanted to come in here and talk about that because I also feel like as an entrepreneur myself, if I don't have the right tools and the procedures built, then I can't have a successful company, even when I get to that level of the income that I'm trying to get to. If I don't have the procedures and policies in place, then nothing's going to be. And I have some in place now. So I'm proud of myself for that, and now with the help of AI and other contractors that you can get, you pretty much can do a lot of things now versus before. So there's a lot of help out there for people to get the help they need. So I just think that's one of the things about business is also understanding how to read contracts, knowing what's in the contract when you get it. I mean, I've seen so many stories online. I'd be like, all right, I can believe everything, but some stuff might be left out that they didn't bring up or they didn't want to mention. But as long as you have your goal in mind and know how to read the contract, have your policies and procedures in place, I think entrepreneurship could last. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to start and keep. It's not easy to start. But let's say you get it and you keep it and it's going well. You want to keep it. You don't want to have stuff falter because your stuff's not in place. Learn accounting. Figure out how to figure out accounting. Don't just depend on somebody to handle all your books. You never know what they're up to. You can still go to them, but know what you're doing. At least you can double check them. But that's just a piece of what I learned about entrepreneurship. I got to do a longer video on entrepreneurship because there's some myths, some fables that I want to talk about. And just want to talk about the real, me being an entrepreneur right now. What am I going to do? What's going on? I'm probably going to talk about that on my Siquoyia Blue channel because I'm about to this channel, Blu Alchemist Podcast, has turned into more so of interviews and stories. And even though everything's really a story, everything can be a story, but I'll probably talk about that more on Siquoyia Blue channel. I'll be doing that soon. I got some more interviews and stuff coming up. I got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people want to come on the show. A lot of good people, a lot of good information that I'm bringing to the game. And yeah, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, y'all. Thanks for listening. As always, please subscribe, share, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.